Hey guys, Max2015 here. I know it's been a long time since I posted anything on YouTube. Reason being for that is I've just been kind of busy with personal stuff. You guys can see there's a changing table and there's a big box of diapers behind me now, all in preparation for our daughter to arrive in a couple of months. So we're very excited about that. So that's taking a lot of time from me and my wife. As for the game goes, I don't know honestly. I thought I had to make this video because I kind of owe it to most of you guys to give an explanation about what's happening with me in the game, and honestly I just kind of lost interest in the game since the last update. It's just not what I hoped it was going to be. The heroes we have over here, I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers have posted a lot about heroes and whatnot. So here are my two heroes. Captain Everspark is at level 4, Sergeant Brick is at level 10. I do log in every day, I have to admit, to keep on playing. I help on some of the operations in the task force. I try to get a little bit of intel, and I only do NPCs and some of the events really. I have not attacked a single player base in probably 3 weeks now. That's a long time. All I've been doing is just the little things. I have dropped almost exactly 200 victory points from the last time I pushed, from 1874. Now I'm down to 1676, and the addition of the third prototype, you guys can see I just went back to a double shield with a Shock Blaster 3 here. For about 2 weeks I had only 2 ice statues, and I had 1 shield, 1 laser beam, and 1 Shock Blaster. It just didn't work. I was still getting raided maybe like 10, 15 times a day. I had only 2 ice masterpieces and they weren't boosted though for a little while. Okay, weapons lab is done there. I'm almost out of power powder. I'm down to 84. I'm just going to reclaim this masterpiece that I made yesterday. And I've been just kind of making statues along the way. Nothing too special. Just kind of coasting as much as possible. But honestly, guys, I just don't feel like playing anymore, honest to God. I only log in because of a habit, and like I said, I just kind of log in to do some of the events, but it's just not fun for me anymore. The third prototype, in my opinion, kind of make things so difficult. I don't know how to attack a base with, double shields and a laser beam behind it. I just can't. Not with minimal offense, even with a lot of offense. I'm not sure if I could do it. So that's where I'm standing. I'm honest. I'm not enjoying the game. So which means that I'm not playing it as often, and I'm just not sure what's going to happen. I have been playing War Dragons pretty consistently right now. I got back to Clash of Clans, and I'm actually enjoying more of my second account in Boom Beach, because it's a low level victory point. Maybe that's a big reason why, because at 1676 I'm still pretty high on victory points right now. I'm still like number 20, I think, on the global leaderboard, which means that all of my opponents are still quite difficult to handle. So maybe that's why I'm not enjoying the game, because it's still a grind, and since I don't want to spend diamonds anymore, I don't want to stress over it. Attacking global bases is just not fun, and that's the reason for me not attacking or playing over the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now. So I feel like I kind of owe most of you guys an explanation here, because I kind of just disappeared from the channel and I haven't posted anything. So like I said, I'm just doing Dr. T now, mainly to get shards, a little bit of gold. The gold, I am working on the heroes, on trying to upgrade them. But the heroes, as I kind of expected before the update came, they're not that game changing. Granted, mine are still pretty low level. Like I said, Sergeant Brick is only like a level 10. The other one is level 4, I think it was. So they're still pretty low level. So certainly not high enough to make a difference in the gameplay, at least just yet. But I'm not sure if having one hero will kind of offset the balance of having a third prototype weapon, because those prototype weapons are so hard to deal with, especially in bases that have a lot of ice. And then I don't think the one hero is just enough to upset it. If you can have a base with 3 shield generators, and that can be just so difficult to manage. At least I'm not at a point where I want to think and figure out how to beat these bases anymore. I kind of just want to enjoy the game, and because I'm not enjoying it, because it's just not fun for me anymore, that's why I haven't been playing much. So yeah, that's where I'm standing. The perks of these heroes, what do you think? They're just okay. They don't work as great as I thought it would be. I kind of like the Everspark, when you kind of control an enemy building and it turns around and attacks the other buildings, but even that doesn't last very long, and when you do it, the defense itself goes down pretty quickly because all the other defenses just kind of start shooting at it. So, but it's certainly kind of fun to watch, I guess, but not very effective. At least, of course, my mentality is still centered on beating high-level bases, global bases. So, if I feel like a hero is not doing well enough to take down a top 10 base, then I feel like the perk is not good enough. But that's just me. For low levels, I bet the perks are actually pretty fun to use, I would imagine. I probably won't know until this account drops more in victory points. I need to go way, low, like 1,200 victory points or 1,100 victory points. At 1,600 is still pretty high. I'm still spotting all the high-level bases, and I just don't want to deal with them, honestly. It's become a dread right now. So sometimes when I look at the icon on my iPad of the game, I feel like, oh, should I just play? Should I not play? Like, I hesitate and I have doubts about playing. So, I guess I kind of play, like I said, out of habit, because I've been playing Boom Beach every single day, sometimes multiple times a day for the last 2 years, in preparation of my push, and even more so when I was actually pushing on the leaderboard. That being said, I am so glad that I finished my push before this update came, because the update really it would have ruined my push completely. I wouldn't have been able to adjust to the changes to it, and I think it would have been awful, and I would have felt more angry towards the game or myself, because I wouldn't be able to keep up. Which comes to remind me, let me just get out of this stage. Come on. Right. And it's sad news, but my friend Comeback, he number 2 here, he changed his name from Comeback to Rape Boom Beach. He stopped pushing. 2,918 victory points, an incredible effort. He was just not able to catch up to number 1, who's already at 85 and a half days, more than half. So, it's unfortunate that he couldn't make it. It's already towards the end of May. He had projected his push to number 1 towards this past February, but he ran out of diamonds, which is the main issue. He still had power powder. He told me how much he had, so he has enough to actually keep pushing a little bit, but diamonds was the biggest issue. And spending $100 pretty much on a daily basis, it's just not it's not feasible for most of us. Certainly wasn't for me, which is why I stopped at 1,874 victory points. But it sucks that he couldn't get to number 1. I really was rooting for him. He's done with it, and I'm also kind of glad that he did it. We had a little talk the other day. I told him that don't worry about it. Things actually get better once you stop pushing. You enjoy the game more. This was pre-update though. You enjoy the game in the sense that you don't have to stress over it and worry about pushing and worry about how many times do you get raided, who's going to spawn on your map. So in that sense, stopping the push is pretty good. And the best part about stopping the push is that you don't spend any more money, which is great. I know a lot of people like Almirantillo, my other friend, made it to global to 2,000 victory points without spending diamonds. I didn't know he hadn't spent any. He told me that he may have been the only one, and I totally believe him. That kind of shows you what kind of skill he had if he was able to make it to 2,000 victory points without spending any money on the game. That's actually quite impressive. I didn't think it would be possible, but apparently nothing is impossible in this game. Anyways, so yeah, the point is that stressing over the game, it's just not worth it. We all kind of came in with an idea, with a desire to push as high as possible, to prove our ground, to show the world that we're able to get high up on the leaderboard. And we made it. We got to I got to number 8. Comeback got to number 2 twice with 2 different accounts, and Almirantillo made it to number 5 or 6. So I mean, I think those are pretty good accomplishments. Number 1 would have been obviously the ultimate sweetest reward, but clearly, I hope this shows you how hard it is actually to get to number 1. 3 of us weren't able to do it with 3 different play styles, 3 different approaches, and it's just really tough. It also depends on timing. For me, it's especially bitter because I couldn't even make it to local number 1 in the US. Jason AK kind of kept that spot over me, so it was just bad timing. Because if it was the previous players that had reached US number 1, I may have had a chance with 1,874, but at that time Jason was pushing at the same time and he got to 2,000 victory points, so I just couldn't compete with that kind of skill. So yeah, in that sense, it kind of really did suck for me, because not only did I not achieve 2,000 victory points, which was one of my goals, I wasn't even able to get to local number 1. So that kind of sucks. Anyhow, that's how the game goes. You just have to kind of just make your peace with it. So I have been rocking TRM ever since I stopped pushing, pretty much. And because, you know, you don't lose a lot of troops, they're easy to use, they have a lot of health. You don't really have to retrain anything, and they're good for Dr. T, I have to admit. You know, I made it all the way to stage 6. My hero died already. So yeah, I made it all the way to stage 6. Haven't lost a tank yet, I think. Ooh, I lost the first one to that boom cannon. Yeah, I did. We're gonna lose another one very soon. Let's see if I can use smokes. Maybe once the shock clears from that boom cannon, we'll cover that group there. See, nah, the tanks are not gonna be able to take down the HQ just yet. Yeah, I'll lose another tank or so. It's fine. Just having my morning coffee. Ooh, let's just cover. Can we save him? Yeah. I think that last smoke saved another tank in there. There we go. Alright, so we lost 2 tanks. Oh no, 1 tank. Nice. Oh, we got lucky because the 1 tank didn't die yet. He had full health. 2 crystals. Awesome. I mean, it's still fun to get nice rewards from bases that you attack. So that I like. Maybe, yeah, once I lower my victory point count so to the point where, yeah, below 1200, because I think after 1200 VP, that's when you start spawning all global, yeah, all the way up to number 1 in the global leaderboard. So below 1200, I should be able to spawn easier bases. So hopefully that'll make it easier. Man, this base looks pretty sick. There's so many boom cannons all over. I don't think TRM's the way to go here. And I don't like that shot launcher. YOLO. If I lose, then we lose. It doesn't matter. I am gonna get rid of this boom cannon though. I do have 2 GBE statues, and I am fully and completely boosted, so that's kind of worth mentioning. Let's just try to get rid of Shock Blaster there. 1 barrage, 2 artilleries. 1 more artillery, see if we can get that boom cannon. Oops, I didn't account for how much GB I need for the tanks, to deploy the tanks. Oh, not enough there. I'm a little short. Oof, all those rockets. Let's see. Maybe we'll shock those rocket launchers there for a little bit. Oh, my hero died already. Yeah, I feel like Everspark, is that the one that they did a little buff on? No, I think it was the other one. Sorry, this one's Sergeant Brick. I'm not too used to saying the names just yet. Alright. I do want to get rid of those 2 rocket launchers before I start flaring. Put some critters next to that boom cannon there. Now we can flare. I'll just put down the rifles. I don't think they're gonna do much for me, but whatever. Alright, so let's just move to the corner here. I'm gonna have to trigger some of those boom mines. A couple of critters. There we go. Alright, all the troops are moving in. I need those rifles to walk a little quicker. I think we'll beat it. It's just we're gonna lose a ton of troops though, but it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm gonna get ready to attack bases anyway. So let's just oh yeah, those rifles didn't do squat for me. I'll hang on to my shock bomb a little longer for when that boom cannon turns to us right about there. A little delay, but it's fine. Okay. Yikes. I think we're gonna... Oh man, those 2 boom mines, those are gonna be painful. You know what? I need 1 more shock right there. And I need to flare straight to the boom cannon. Nope, not gonna have enough. Oh boy, may not be able to beat this one. This boom cannon is gonna pick off all my tanks. They're all gonna be within range. I only have 2 medics left. Yikes. Oof. Will it happen now? It'd be optimistic to think that it can do it. Not with 2 tanks. Oof, boy. No, and those 2 tanks are still within range. Probably Grenadiers would have done better here. I don't know. Yikes. Whoa, were there 2 tanks in there? Oh, there were, I think. Huh, weird. Oh, there were like 3 tanks right standing right in there. Yeah. Well, that sucked. Should have paid attention to that boom cannon. Alright, well, whatever. So yeah, this is one of those instances, like I said, why I'm even Dr. T is tough for me, and where I am right now, I don't feel like retraining, retrying. I'll probably just leave it like that. I'm just not enjoying the game, guys. So I'm so sorry if it's disappointing to you guys, but you know, I started this channel and playing this game because I really love the game and I really enjoyed it. Right now, I'm just not. I'm actually having more fun playing other games. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I thought I had to let you guys know. Let me know if you guys are still enjoying the game despite the changes and despite the update. And I'll be curious to know what you guys think. But for me, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be playing. It's just not fun for me. Alright guys, so until next time, I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye.